town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed, a life destroyed. Until I walk awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? Can I take? Can I be your superhero? Fly away. It's the first time of today. Today. To dream, believe. You are the strength, you're all I need.
Look, it's literally right there. Even Ray Charles saw that. Helen Keller even saw that.
Listen, you had the sandwiches and everything stacked right on top of it. There's no way I could see.
No, you had them there because that's the way that you put them in the thing this morning.
Any of you guys have been following us for any length of time knows that Billy always eats all the lunch and I never get any of it. And so this morning I made us a lunch and I put 2 Nutter Butters in there and he already ate one and I just looked to grab the other one out of there and I couldn't find it. And I thought Billy had already eaten it. This is a Nutter Butter for those of you who don't know what they're called. Or for some of you that call them something else, who knows, because down south, you guys change the name of everything, so.
Seeing monsters at your window. No, you can't sleep, you pretend though. You don't have to play the hero. 'Cause I got you like you got me. When the earth shakes, when the bombs scream, until our last breath, every heartbeat. You know I'll come running. You go to war, then I'm going with you. Pick up my sword, yeah, there's nothing I won't do. When you sound the alarm and the chaos is rising, leading the charge, yeah, I'm coming, I'm fighting. Swear on the breath that I breathe, I'll never retreat, yeah, I'll be your army. When your nightmares turn to real life and the ground's filled up with landmines, we will face it, standing side by side.
got home from mowing and we figured we'd do a little maintenance. That way these mowers are done, ready to go for Monday. We don't have to worry about them over the weekend. Remember I told you guys about that undercoating? Don't. Whatever you do, don't use that shit. It is garbage, absolute garbage. We flipped these decks up. That's what I pulled out from underneath the Toro grandstand. This is what we took out from underneath this deck. There was a ton of grass under there, and as if that isn't bad enough, look at it looks like silver. This is what we scraped out of there. It took everything we had with heavy duty scrapers to the point where I was even, hold that, Billy.
Here, I got it.
To the point where I even had the scraper and I run it through the grinder, so there's a sharp edge on the scraper, and I have the scraper in there at an angle, and I was hitting with my palm the end of it to get it to peel back, to peel this off. It literally became like tar under there. It was the hardest decks I have ever scraped in my life, and between my business and working for other people, I've been doing this over 20 years. And it has literally been the hardest I've ever scraped a deck in my life. I actually thought about getting the pressure washer out, and I thought there's no way in heck the pressure washer is even going to take that out of there. They're not perfect, but we got the majority of it out of there.
Knuckle.
I'd much rather scrape the decks, you know, a couple times a week, all day long. You get under there, a quick scrape it all out of there, you're done. Than have to fight with it like that. That was a nightmare. Don't use that stuff. These are the brackets, and they're kind of squared off in there. It didn't come with any bolts, so I had to go get some. And these go, they drop down inside there. 2 of them. Drop down inside there, and then it sits right on there like that. The only difference that I notice, I think this height here might be shorter on the X mark, so the pin can go through there. So I'm going to drill a hole straight through this front fork so that I can run these long bolts through until I can get longer pins, because I want to put just a pin through so I can take these off when I need to. So then one of these weights here, which I'm not sure how much they weigh, see it's shaped right there to go over that, and then they sit right down over top of these bolts. If I get them lined up here, and it sits on there like that, and then you tighten these bolts down, you put your pin through it, and then you tighten this to crank it so this doesn't flop on there. So put those on like so, and then we'll just have to tighten these down.
Started.
Okay, so here's the problem. I had my beautiful idea I was drilling through. We screwed up a fair amount of drill bits, but we got them through. We got that one on over there already. These here, I thought these were hollow. If you look in through the end here, it looks like it's hollow in there. These are solid. These are solid steel all the way through. They are not hollow by any means. So we'll show you real quick. Set the camera on that one and we'll show you how these go on.
Is that good?
Yep.
Is there?
That's fine.
Alright.
So now we already have the bracket. Try not to kneel in these shavings. We have the bracket bolted already to the weight. So now this sits on, because like I showed you, see how it's round right there on the inside? It sits over top of that, and it goes down on there like that. So we took our bolts we have there. Yeah, you got to hold one of them, pal. It goes on the other side.
Oh.
The bolt. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
What did I do?
What'd you do? You went down with the thing.
Get down with the sickness.
You went at an angle.
It'll happen. Give me that hammer.
Sir.
Listen, if something doesn't work, you just get a bigger hammer. That's all.
Yeah, ready.
That's how this works.
No, you told me a while ago that you
Well, you
don't
gotta go
always
easy.
use a hammer for everything.
Well, you got to go easy, because if you do like I just did right there, you could screw up the threads, and then it won't go on. Okay. So now
Where's
get your
the
fancy
thing?
wrench over
Where's
there.
it? Where is it?
Like I said, I don't want to tighten these down super tight.
Find it.
I just want it on there far enough. Ready? Alright, that's good enough. It's got a lock nut. And see, so now, well, this one's not really moving because we pound in.
Undo that a little
But
bit.
they'll teeter-totter like that. So this wing nut is spring-loaded And you just take this and you screw this down tight.
I don't know if they can see down there. and
Yeah, they
see-
can.
oh.
You screw that down tight like that, and it keeps this whole weight from teeter-tottering. So now we got the weights on here. They're on both sides. It looks funny when you're standing up on the mower looking down at it. It looks funny with these two big weights on here. But I didn't weigh them. I forgot to. I was going to weigh them so I could tell you guys exactly what they weighed. Because like I said, a few of the things that I had seen before, the ads said they're like 70 pounds a piece. But when I looked these up online, I found like 7 or 8 people selling them. And every single one of them said they're between 40 and 45 pounds a piece. So that sounds a lot more reasonable to me. About 45 pounds a piece. So if they are, that's 90 pounds on the front, and that should keep it down. So let me show you guys one last thing that we're going to do here. We're not going to film it, but I'm just going to show you what we're going to do, and then I'll show you probably Monday when we get back out to mowing what it's like. Okay, so what we've noticed is a lot of times we'll be grabbing the backpack blowers, which I thought that was going to be a great idea to have them up there. We're grabbing the backpack blowers, and one of us is blowing off a driveway, and then the other one's sitting outside waiting to put both the mowers back in, because we got to go in and put the blower up there first and then back the mowers in. So what I've decided I'm going to do is all this stuff here we almost never use, except for the handheld we use a lot. So we're going to put the handheld over here somewhere, or I might just still keep it up here somewhere, but I'm going to take both them backpack blower racks and I'm going to put one here and one here.
I thought you were going to put it there.
No, I'm going to put them higher, and then see how the 700, the tube is straight down instead of up? I'm going to put them both right here about that high, and then I'm going to leave the tubes just hang straight down. So I'll put the 600 because that's the most commonly one used that we have. I'm going to put that one right here, and I'll put the 700 right here next to it, and in that case I could probably just hang this handheld right below it. And then that way we can still put both mowers back in the trailer and still get the blower in and out. A lot of you guys recommended to me that I was going to end up having that problem, and I still thought it'd be no big deal just waiting and putting the blower back and then putting the mowers on, but it's become more of a pain in the butt than anything. So you guys were right, for those of you that recommended that. So that's what we're going to do. So that's it. Now you guys saw a little bit of mowing this morning, me mulching up with that awesome machine. You got our recommendations. Absolutely do not use that deck undercoating. I still got to call Ryan and tell him, but he hasn't really done much mowing yet this year. So, yeah, so I got to call him and tell him he's going to regret it. It's already on his Ferris. There's nothing to do about it now, but he's not going to be happy. But hey, we didn't know, so we gave it a shot. So now you guys know how we're going to change these blower racks around. You saw my my idea for keeping the front end down that Toro. I think that'll work fantastic, and that's about it. One more thing, because some of you people had asked me about it, the FC91 that I just got the other day, and I tried it out. I absolutely love it. That thing is awesome. Thank you again to Brian Shane from Top Notch for recommending that one. I went to my dealer and they had the 56 and the 91. Brian said you can't go wrong with the 91. So the reason I went to that is because you guys know I have the straight shaft edger attachment for the combi. I'm using the combi now as a regular weed whacker, so I didn't want to switch back and forth. But the other thing is that KM131 is really heavy, and because it's straight shaft, I'm straddling the sidewalk and the grass and rolling my ankle on the sidewalk a lot. And with it just being heavy in straight shaft, I find myself holding it up higher, trying to take up the slack with my shoulder, and I don't get very much edging done, and my shoulder's just on fire. So I went to that one, and it did exactly what I wanted to the last couple days, and the thing just worked awesome. No complaints at all. So that's it. What the heck? Oh my god. See what I deal with every day? So hit that
Subscribe button.
subscribe button, and we will see you guys in the next one. Me and Jemima over here.
Who's that?